Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll look at the family tree from the Indian epic Mahabharata. For this video, I've picked the images of the actors who played the roles from the original 1988 B.R. Chopra Mahabharata series. The core story of Mahabharata is the dynastic struggle for the throne of Hastinapur, the kingdom ruled by Kuru clan. We'll begin with the story of King Shantanu, who was the king of Hastinapur. I am not going to discuss the previous generations of Yayati, Kuru, or Bharat, etc. in this video. King Shantanu met the female form of river Ganges, Ganga, and was mesmerized by her beauty. He asked her to marry him. She agreed to marry him, but with one condition, that Shantanu would not ask any questions about her actions. They married, and she later gave birth to, to a son. But she drowned the child in river Ganges. Shantanu could not ask her the reason because of his promise. Ganga drowned total of 7 children. When Ganga was about to drown the eighth son, Shantanu, devastated, could not restrain himself and confronted her. Finally, Ganga explained to King Shantanu that their 8 children were 8 Vasus who were cursed by Rishi Vashisht to be born on earth as mortal humans. The eighth son was Bhishma, who was the rightful heir to the throne of Hastinapur. After a few years, Shantanu met a fisherwoman Satyavati and wanted to marry her. Before she met Shantanu, Vyasa was born to her through a boon given by Rishi Parasar. When Shantanu approached her father to ask her hand for marriage, her father did not agree due to the fact that Bhishma was the heir to the throne and her children will never be given the right importance. For this, Bhishma vowed to give up his right to the throne and vowed a life of celibacy to prevent his children taking claim to the throne. Upon hearing about this, Shantanu became highly impressed and gave Bhishma a boon that he can only die whenever he chooses so. Satyavati married Shantanu and had 2 sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Chitrangada died young. Vichitravirya became the king after Shantanu. Bhishma won the 3 daughters of Kashi for Vichitravirya during their Swayamvar, the practice of princesses choosing their grooms. Amba already was in love with King Shalva and was hoping that she will choose him during the Swayamvar. But Bhishma, without knowing this, took her back to Hastinapur. When she revealed that she had already chosen her groom, she was sent back to Shalva, who didn't accept her as she was won by someone else. She got furious and returned to Bhishma and insisted that he marry her instead. Bhishma was bound to his vow of celibacy, so refused to marry her. She cursed him that she would be the one who would bring down his downfall. Ambika and Ambalika married Vichitravirya. He died, however, before having children with them. In order to continue the lineage, Satyavati requested Bhishma to follow Niyoga to beget the next generation through Vichitravirya's wives. Niyoga was an ancient tradition in which a woman whose husband is either incapable of fatherhood or has died without having a child would request and appoint a man for helping her bear a child. After Bhishma refused due to his vow of celibacy, Satyavati then requested Rishi Vyasa to impregnate Ambika and Ambalika. Years of penance had taken a toll on Vyasa's facial features though. When Ambika saw him, she closed her eyes in disgust, due to which her son Dhritarashtra was born blind. Ambalika was warned not to close her eyes, but she went completely pale seeing Vyasa, due to which her son Pandu was born anemic. Finally, Satyavati sent a handmaiden Parishrami and Vidur was born. After Vichitravirya died, Dhritarashtra was to take the throne, being the elder son. However, Vidur objected to this due to Dhritarashtra's blindness. Pandu then became the king of Hastinapur. Dhritarashtra married the princess of Gandhari. When she found out that her would-be husband was born blind, she decided to blindfold herself in order to be like her husband. Her brother Shakuni considered this as a great insult to his sister and their kingdom, and vowed to avenge this. Shakuni swore to destroy the Kuru dynasty and played an instrumental role in fueling the flames of conflict between the cousins Kauravas and Pandavas. Pandu, meanwhile, married Kunti, who was born to Surasen and then was adopted by Surasen's childless cousin Kunti Bhoj. Kunti's brother is Vasudev, who was the father of Lord Krishna. He married Devaki, who was the cousin of Kans, the king of Vrishni. An astrologer had informed Kans that Devaki's eighth son would kill him and end his reign as king. He imprisoned Vasudev and Devaki and killed the first six children born to them. When the seventh child was conceived, his embryo was moved to the womb of Rohini, Vasudev's first wife, from the womb of Devaki by Lord Vishnu. When the eighth child was born, he was none other than Lord Krishna. Vasudev secretly carries the infant Krishna away across Yamuna and exchanges him with his friend Nan's newborn. When Kans tries to kill the newborn, the exchanged baby appears as the Hindu goddess Durga, warning him that his death has arrived in his kingdom, and then she disappears. Lord Krishna was the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Lord Krishna killed Kans and ended his tyranny. Balram was the seventh child who was born to Vasudeva and Devaki, whose embryo was moved to the womb of Rohini. Shubhadra was born to Vasudeva and Rohini. She continued the lineage of Kuru dynasty. Coming back to the Kuru dynasty, Kunti was given a mantra by Rishi Durvasa, who would invoke any god of her choice and bless her with a child. Out of curiosity, she invoked God Surya or sun god. Surya blessed her with a child who was born with the sacred armor. Out of fear from the public for having a child before marriage, Kunti abandoned this child, Karna. Kunti Bhoj later organized Kunti Swayamvar. Kunti chose King Pandu of Hastinapur, making her the queen of Hastinapur. Soon after, during his mission to expand his empire, Pandu married Madri, a princess of Madra, in order to secure the vassalage of Madra. Pandu, while hunting in a forest, mistakenly shot and killed Rishu Kindama and his wife as they had taken the form of deer to mate. The dying sage placed a curse on Pandu since he had not only killed them in the midst of lovemaking, but was not remorseful for his action. The curse was that Pandu would die if he ever should get intimate with his wife. Pandu expressed to Kunti his despair at the prospect of dying childless. She mentioned the boon granted to her. He advised her to beget children by suitable illustrious men. Thus Kunti used the boon granted to her by sage Durvasa, which she had used to bear Karna earlier, to bear three sons. Through Dharma, Yudhishthir was born. Through Pavan, Bhim was born. And through Lord Indra, Arjun was born. She also invoked Ashwins for Madri on her behest, and Madri gave birth to twin sons Nakul and Sahadev. One day, Pandu, forgetting his curse, attempted to make love with his wife Madri, but as a result of Rishi Kindama's curse, he died. Madri committed sati as she was the cause of his death. Gandhari, the wife of Dhritarashtra, is said to have impressed Lord Shiva through penance and received a boon to bear 100 children. When she gets pregnant, she carries the children for an unusually long period of 2 years. Later, when she hears that Kunti, the queen of King Pandu, had given birth to the eldest of the Pandavas, she pounds her stomach in frustration and helplessness, only to result in the birth of a grey mass and not her sons. Vyasa divides this grey mass into 101 parts and stores them in earthen pots to incubate for another 2 years. First to be born among these is Duryodhan and then Dushasan, followed by 98 brothers and one sister, Dushala. Dushala had married King Jayadratha. During the birth of her first son Duryodhan, many ill omens occur, worrying Satyavati, Vyasa, Bhishma, and Vidur. They foresaw that the child might cause great destruction to their kingdom and advised Dhritarashtra and Gandhari to either release him onto the waters of river Ganga or kill him. But Dhritarashtra and Gandhari rejected the idea. Drona is the son of Acharya Bharadwaj. Since Drona was not born from a womb, but from a vessel made of leaf, he was named Drona, which means vessel made of leaf. Drona and Drupad, son of Prashata, study together and become great friends. Drupad assures Drona that once he becomes king, he will share half of his kingdom with Drona. While Drupad becomes the king after the death of his father, Drona lives a life of poverty. Drona approaches Drupad for help. Drupad, now conscious of the difference of status between them, refuses to acknowledge Drona's friendship and shuns Drona, calling him a beggar. Drona is later employed by Bhishma to train the Kuru princes. After the military education of the Kauravas, Duryodhan, Dushasan and others, and the Pandavas, he asks as his Guru Dakshina the defeat and capture of Drupad. Firstly, the Kauravas attack Drupad, but Drupad defeats all the Kauravas. Then Pandavas, led by Arjun, defeat Drupad, binding him in ropes and bringing him back to Drona. Drona sets Drupad free, but retains half of the kingdom that was promised to him. Humiliated, Drupad seeks vengeance, but he realizes that he cannot match Drona's might. Krupa and Krupi were created by weeds and were later adopted by King Shantanu. Kripacharya later on became Acharya, teacher of the royal children. Kripi married Drona. Drupad performed Putra Kameshti Yagna to beget a son who could slay Drona. From the fire of Yagna, twins Drishtadyumna and Draupadi are born. Amba did severe penance to Lord Shiva for a boon to cause Bhishma's death. Shiva responded that her future incarnations would be the one to bring Bhishma's demise. Eager to bring this about, Amba killed herself many times until she is reincarnated into a satisfactory situation. Amba was finally reborn as Shikandi or Shikandini, as the daughter of Drupad. Drona does many years of severe penance to please Lord Shiva in order to obtain a son who possesses the same valiance as Lord Shiva. Ashwathama is born with a gem on his forehead, which gives him power over all living beings lower than humans. It protects him from hunger, thirst, and fatigue. The next generation of warriors are mainly Abhimanyu, born to Shubhadra and Arjun. Abhimanyu married Uttara, the princess of Matsya. Their son Parikshit becomes the king of Hastinapur eventually. Ghatotkach is born to Bhima and Hidimba or Hidimbi or Rakshasi. Arjun married Draupadi in her Swayamvar and brought her back home. He wanted to play a prank with his mother, so he told her that he has got alms. Without realizing that it was Draupadi, Kunti tells him to share it with all her brothers, which puts everyone in a dilemma. Krishna visits them during this time and mentions that Draupadi had once wished to marry a warrior who was a symbol of truth, strong like the wind, who was the best archer, who was the most patient, and who was very good looking. Since it was impossible for one person to have all these qualities, the Pandavas possessed each of these qualities. Yudhishthir for truth, Bhim for strength, Arjun the best archer, Nakul and Sahadev were symbols of beauty and patience. Draupadi had 5 children with each of the Pandavas, and they were called Upapandavas. In the next video, we'll be discussing the Kurukshetra war between the Kauravas and Pandavas. Thank you.